sort of a new way of programming the mind where it just changes whatever the behavior pattern is that accepts these foods as choices. Like lobotomize your appetite.
That would be a very dystopian place.
Sketchy to fucking be an early adopter.
If you want the subsidy, you need to get this brain implant. Would not be a good place.
That would be bad.
That would be very bad.
That's worst case scenario. Best case scenario is you just have like a national scale promotion of health and wellness and abandonment of this body positivity nonsense. And fat doctors and people that are telling you that every weight is a healthy weight and all food is food and to think otherwise is discriminatory, which you're hearing from people. And by the way, that stuff is funded. And that's what people need to know. That nonsense is actually funded. They pay people to be influencers, and they're getting paid by these food companies to say these nonsense things that are scientifically, factually incorrect. They're not true. It is not healthy in any way, shape, or form to be obese. And when they tell you that it's health, you can be metabolically healthy and still have fat, it's okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. That's just not true. And is that fat shaming? You can call it whatever the fuck you want, but it doesn't change what it does to the human body. And it doesn't make someone better if you don't make them feel bad about being robustly unhealthy.
Well, it's an enormous disservice to folks if we don't expose an alternative path. Okay, we're spending this much money. We spend so much money in all kinds of random stuff. Like just a simple example that we saw this past week, $50 billion spent between rural broadband and chargers. We have no rural broadband and we have 3 chargers. No, this is the data. That's $50 billion. So okay, that's not the $300 billion.
Explain that. What you mean by that?
So, there was in Congress when they come together to pass these bills, sometimes what happens is there's a lot of horse trading, right? And you get what's called a Christmas tree bill, which is like everybody gets to hang something off the Christmas tree. And the crazy part of the United States is these little baubles now are 10 billion here, 50 billion there, whatever. So we passed a few years ago something that was meant to get rural broadband into thousands of people's homes. And initially, it was given to SpaceX and Starlink